Let's talk a little bit more about the MLA 150. About 8 years ago, we had a conversation to install a beta site of the first MLA 150 we produced at EPFL. And you believed in this idea and become the first owner of the tool. What made you believe and trust this new technology at the time?
We were already actually familiar with the tools from Heidelberg Instruments because we were already operating DWL 200. So we were already kind of familiar with laser writing. The introduction of spatial light modulators in the MLA, the DMD devices was a very exciting, I would say, innovation in terms of writing speed, in terms of line edge roughness control. So for us, it was a major step forward, and it was really convincing to acquire this system.
And how was it perceived to have such a tool? What were the challenges?
In the initial stage, I would say the main challenge was to convince the users to swap. I mean, it was still perceived that these equipment were suffering from low writing speeds. But as soon as they swapped from the Maskless Aligner, they also saw the advantages, and most of them they didn't look back at the Maskless Aligners.
So what are then exactly these advantages?
So I would say it's very convenient. It's very straightforward to use, and of course the first advantage is that you can get rid of masks. So consequently, it's easy for you to change your layout. So for all the users which are in the prototyping phase, they can easily change the design for the next wafer. So this is just great. You don't need to waste time and money on the fabrication of masks. The second advantage is the flexibility in regard to sample sizes. So you can load the wafers of many different sizes without having to change the chucks, the mask size. Also for chips, it's extremely easy to expose small samples and chips. Finally, we can mention the alignment process, which is very simple. You have a high degree of freedom in the positioning of your marks, and the marks can be printed only in the first exposure step, which is really nice.
And soon you will receive a new MLA 150. Why did you decide to buy one more tool?
Mainly for two reasons. So MLA is today one of the most important equipment in our facility, and there are many users that daily use the machine for printing. We don't want to have downtime on this equipment, so it can really affect specific projects. So we wanted to have two of them, and also because the equipment is very popular, it's heavily booked. So having two of them in parallel can help and relieve the stress on the booking on these machines, and people we have more availability and to access the tool.
With this new MLA 150 and the old one, what will you be able to achieve that you couldn't really do before?
We have ordered additional options such as grayscale lithography and the new high aspect ratio module to expose thick resists. We are also going to upgrade the lasers for high power lasers to be able to print a little bit faster with certain configurations, mainly very thick SU8 layers. The rest is basically the same.